This time. Woo! Okay, we went live this time. Hooray! Oh my goodness. Okay, my friends, I just realized I should have reset my camera a little bit because we're going to the other side of the room. So it's not like anybody's watching right now, so it's not that big of a deal. So we are going to, I just do it this way. Oh my goodness, that's not working. Well, reposition it some more. How's that? I'm going to turn my monitor. There we go. Move that out of the way so you can still see. Okay, my friends. I think I told you I used to be a Pampered Chef representative, and so now I've got everything that I'm not going to use anymore right there. So I'm going to offer it up to some people. If they want it, great. If not, it's going to go in my giveaway box. Today we're going to talk about something, and I'm going to turn a light on because it's kind of dark in here. Today we're going to talk about something that, have I gotten a lot of pushback on this. We are going to talk about books. Some of these I've read all the way through. Some of them I've read multiple times. But here's what I want to talk to you about. Okay, this one I just got. I have the digital version of this. This is a friend of mine. This is a great book. If you want to learn how to sell better, sell your expertise better, this is the person you want to read. She's really great, especially if you're a woman. She does it in a way without making you feel slimy. This is a book that is about health. That it's got some good stuff in it, but the thing about a lot of these health things, especially if you're looking to upgrade your diet, the prevailing thinking, there's two things, and I'm on a health journey. I've lost about 30 pounds, I think. But more importantly, as of this morning, I'm technically no longer type 2 diabetic. I've dropped my A1C low enough. Like she said, you'll always have that sitting there, but my blood sugars are now back in a normal range. There's another book by a friend. So I keep a lot of those because they're amazing. This one was recommended to me for the health journey. So I have a lot of business, a lot of friend books. But the prevailing wisdom in a lot of the health stuff is they want you to eat a lot of salmon, which I don't like salmon. I have tried it every way from Sunday. I'm telling you, I have tried it smoked. I've tried it in sushi. I've tried it teriyaki. I've tried it grilled, baked, fried, dried. I've tried salmon jerky. I've tried it every way. I just don't like the taste. Tuna I like better, but it is, I can't eat tuna all the time because there's also a mercury issue with that. So anyway, I'm just looking at this, realizing how many of these books need to be, this is kind of like I said, I've already read a couple of them. So maybe that's what I need to do is, these I have already looked through or read. These I've either not read all the way through. And that's the problem, is we put these on a bookshelf and we never look at them again. So anyway, I started this one, didn't really love it. Might give it a try again. And I have everything from, and this is what's so funny about it, is I have everything from practical, like this is the Ultimate Retirement Guide for 50 Plus by Susie Orman. Again, that's one we've leafed through, but we haven't really gone through. This one was given to me. It's a business book. This is called the Self-Love Journal for Women. I did this back in February. I did a really fun thing with that. Let's see, what else have we got here? Brand Chemistry. So that's a business book that I haven't really read. This is a fun one. This is where I'm from. This one I could probably get rid of. This one was recommended to me. Wait a minute. I just realized you have this one twice. So that one can go. Maybe I'll give it to somebody. Let's see here. This was somebody when I was in a writing group. This one, I have said many times I like the woo-woo stuff. And it's amazing to me how many times I've found that there is such a connection. And sometimes you don't realize the connection until you sit with it for a while and you go, oh, that's what it was talking about. This one's called Heal Your Body, A to Z by Louise Hay. And I keep it down here for reference. I have another one upstairs similar to it. So that one is staying for sure. I have used it multiple times. This is a gift that from someone I love dearly. No, I didn't realize I had this. I am a sucker for a notebook. I don't know about you, but I do know at least one or two people. But this is just a little journal that I will probably use at one time. I just haven't. It doesn't really belong on the bookshelf. This one, I love to travel. This is USA's Best Trips, 51 Amazing Road Trips. So I might look through this because I'm going to be out of town soon. And that might help me out. So this is called 50 States, 5,000 Good Ideas. So might look through that one as well to go do some fun things. Somebody got me started on organizing, taking care of my home in a way that worked for me because, I love, if you're familiar with the Fly Lady, Marla Silly, she talks about people who were born organized. And that was my mom. She just and she's very task oriented. So those kind of things, keeping a house, all that came very naturally to her. And it didn't come naturally to me. And because of that, she didn't know how to teach me something that came naturally to her. So again, I keep this around kind of as a reference and a reminder that I don't need to be like anyone else. I need to do what works for me. And this is her predecessor, her mentor in that. And I actually resonated with her more because what I figured out about Fly Lady, she does have a task orientation. I don't. I am so people oriented. Whereas her mentor was not really task oriented. She had to make everything really fun. And so that's what I love about her. And she's gone now. So she passed away, I think a couple years ago now. And she, so these are why we go through all this in our heads. This is why we keep some books and we get rid of others. This book made a really big difference for me in just seeing myself differently. And if you are somebody who feels like there's just more, this is the book to read. It's called The Big Leap. And I will try to remember, you know what, I'm going to put it right here on my desk. So I remember to put this in the show notes, or in the description. And then this is the follow-up to it, the Joy of Genius. And the thing about that book, that set of books, and the reason both of them work together well, many of us get lost in our zone of competence, something we're really good at. And what we never get to is our zone of genius. And while it's okay to be in your zone of competence, you feel good there, your zone of genius is where the magic is. And that's, I talked about this the other day, and I'm actually going to do a podcast on this. And again, I will never read these because they're information technology management. These are books for my husband because my brother-in-law actually wrote these books. So this is my first book, 101 Parenting Tips, Tricks, and Bits of Wisdom. It was, this was a while back. Let's see, when did this is one of those things. Some people I know literally know when everything was done. They know when they publish things. And I honestly, Okay, so this was back in 2013 that I published this, I guess. I was very proud of the fact that I actually did it. It's a small book, but it was back before everybody used the internet for everything. So a lot of the stuff is outdated. Where's this? That one's going for sure. Bicentennial edition. Oh, okay. This is two of my children went to the University of Cincinnati, and this was a bicentennial edition book that you could get. This is an old book, The Parable of the Pipeline. Talks about ongoing residual income, and it's a really interesting read, but I have thoughts on it that we're not going to share here. This is another one. Again, I'm not going to say the name of this book. It's a finance book. I learned a lot from it, but the creator of this book and I don't necessarily align anymore in our spiritual principles. So that one's going to go. Story brand. If you have a business, this is literally like, it's a must-have book, to be honest with you. This is a great book. The Anatomy of Peace. I might reread this one because goodness knows we need a lot more peace in this world right now. Here's a book about copywriting, but the thing you learn about copywriting is the minute you think you know what you know, it changes. So, got a vaccine today, so my arm's getting a little sore. This was another one from years and years and years ago, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was an interesting read, and I learned a lot from it. These I keep around for reference. For those of you who know, I do coaching, and I coach based on personality styles, and it has changed my life. It has made me understand people in a way I never thought I could, especially people who just seemed so difficult. This is about Myers-Briggs, which I know a lot of people love it. Not mine. Not my thing. This is again another book that a friend of mine wrote. I love quotes. This is a quote book that was a gift. This is a really interesting read. If you like the woo-woo stuff, The Game of Life and How to Play It is phenomenal. This thing's so old. I've had this so long. It comes with a companion CD, so you can listen to it. It's an affirmation CD by Louise Hay. But The Game of Life was originally written by Florence Scovel Shinn, and she just talks about being in alignment. It's a really, really interesting book. This one I got when we were we were one of those people in a multi-level marketing business. This is Zig Ziglar, See You at the Top. That one can go. They're starting to fall now. I'm not sure what this is. Okay. I'll have to read through that one. The Servant, it's a good book about leadership and serving. This book, God, I love this book when I was a kid. Look at all the things that are marked because I just really liked it. I always wanted to have a story in here. I did submit a couple, never got any in, but I still love the book. So that's why I keep it. And then this is another one of my personality books. They should all be together. So I love looking in there for inspiration, especially if I'm working hard with somebody. We've all seen this one, right? How to Win Friends and Influence People. This was an interesting one. It's called The 10 Greatest Gifts I Give My Children. And again, tons of dog-eared pages because I learned a lot raising my kids. I raised my children very different than I was raised. I think a lot of us that are my age did that. We were raised with a lot of fear, and if you don't do it my way, there's going to be trouble. And I didn't want that for my kids. So, second copy of this one. And then, again, woo-woo book. It's Not Your Money, which was it's a great read. It really is a great read. When you think about it, what it does is it depersonalizes money in a lot of ways, which is actually a really good one. Now, this one, I know this is controversial for a whole lot of people. 5 Love Languages. And just like the personality work that I do, these kind of books, when you talk about personality types and stuff like that, you can really get to a place where it is abusive and people can manipulate. But the thing is, when you're aware of that and how you can be manipulated, it makes you, it's really interesting to be able to see somebody trying to manipulate you once you've figured this out. Because you're like, oh, I know what you're doing here. And, haha. So this is actually the precursor to some of the stuff, and just a different way of looking at it, where the disc model that I use came from. It was ancient Greek, I believe. And I'm going to put this here because these are going to go flying over if I'm not careful. I like this book. I read this book in probably a day and a half. Robin Roberts, Everybody's Got Something, and this was about her journey through cancer, and twice, and it's so inspirational to me. I think she's one of the most inspirational people out there. Again, business book about YouTube, and here we are. Does everything work, even if you've read the books? Nope. That's okay. We keep going. This is a workbook I did, and I might go back through this and just see where I was and where I want to go. Because a lot of times when I'll start a workbook, you do get to a point where you just stop because you're not ready to move on. And I was not ready to move on in this one, so it might be a better place. This was a different workbook that I did. Actually, I wrote outside of it, not inside of it. So, again, I have times that I really want to get introspective, and here's Atomic Habits, and this one. Oh, I know everybody loves that, and their habit trackers and all that stuff, but I get a little tired of it all. I really do. So, and this is a book from my childhood. It's a religious book, and honestly, I've been waiting to give it to my grandkids. So I think that's gonna happen. So I will put this over here. If there are any of the books, put it in the comments, and I will go ahead and I will put The Joy of Genius and The Big Leap in there. But if there's any of the other ones that interest you, I'll be happy to do that. I'm going to grab my handy dandy duster over here and dust off the shelf. And no, I did not get rid of a lot of books, but I did go through. I did realize what I've got. I do have kind of a to be read pile again. Boy. And I am going to be traveling. So I actually already have a few books that I'm taking with me. So I might have to be putting that back together. I'm not going to do that one. I know I'm not. I'd be fooling myself if I thought that's what I was going to be doing. And trying to fool everybody else as well. So I am going to put back what I know I'm going to keep. And then I forgot to do my timer, but we are at almost 20 minutes. So I know I've done my 15 minutes for today. I'm going to go ahead and put all that back. And I am going to jump in again tomorrow with all of you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And love y'all. See ya. I know I'm off camera. Sorry about that. See you tomorrow.